Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be talking about the 2005 Minnesota State Quarter, which is one of the most variety had coins in existence. There are so many extra tree varieties on this, and I'm excited to go through some of them, but also talk about some of the things beyond the extra tree varieties, and basically really a full comprehensive review of different things, factors, and ways that these coins are going to be worth more than 25 cents. So in addition to those varieties that I've discussed plenty and will continue to talk about, there's also errors and just conditional rarity, and we'll be trying to get a good feel for all of that in this presentation. I'll try to talk you through with clear photos and explanations as to what I'm talking about. And with that being said, let's head on over. So let's start on the Minnesota statehood quarter. There is so much to talk about here, and I've clumped actually a fair amount of it. You can pause for more info, but in terms of the coins that are going to be worth more, the front of the P-Mint Minnesota quarter is surprisingly super saturated with a bunch of really cool varieties that you can look for. There's a lot of coins where you have more minor doubled ears, but in the Minnesota case, there's a few double die obverses that are super prominent, clear protrusion like the one in the center here, as well as on the right, where there are just, very, very clear second ears sort of underneath and earlobes that are probably going to be worth in the range of $3 to $15 or $20. Certainly, the more prominent it is, the more people will pay, and that's traditionally a coin that has just massive amounts of double die reverses. I've got some examples here, but all over the place in terms of looking for extra trees. I think the most commonly recognized one is on the left here, where you've got these three main trees on the reverse of the coin, and then an extra one sort of jutting out pretty clearly, but there are just so many of these different ones. I generally say don't certify them. $5 to $25 is sort of the value range that you're going to be looking at, but there are plenty to be found. And there's also going to be few even on the D-Mint coins. It's just not a Philadelphia only thing. We've got a second tree on our left, then another one that's to the right of that same tree, just all over the place. So many double dies. These are a little more modest in value because they're not as well recognized, but really fun to search for. Also on the clad proofs, you see it, whether it's extra, again, sort of full trees or mini branches in different trees. These are also maybe $20 for a proof 69 deep cameo, which is sort of the default grade given to them, but very fun. And then there's also conditional rarity. So I generally say don't really pursue this, but at the high end, if you really know what you're doing, have a talent for cherry picking, just high condition top pop coins, 800 for a mint stage 68 at PCGS, 3,500 if you can get to 69 for the D-Mint coins, but those are really challenging grades to achieve. And then the satin finish, of course, 70s are going to be wild and very expensive, but super challenging to obtain. And then the proofs, either silver or clad, are not worth it. The errors are a little more modest. We do have the classic obverse, and then we'll have a reverse clad layer missing. Didn't have anything beyond that, but as is the case most of the time when you have, it's a 3 layers of metal, 2 nickel sandwiching, copper in between. Sometimes you have one left off, $155 in this case for the obverse. Then when it shows up on the reverse, people pay, double, sometimes triple. Here it's more like double, $305. So that gives a sense of what you can look for, but I think, it's a big mistake to just discount, and only look on the back, and especially only on the back of the P-Mint. Can be on any Minnesota clad proof, D-Mint, P-Mint. Would imagine on the silver proof, maybe there's some undiscovered. But then there's also these nice double die obverse coins to look for. So do yourself a favor and don't discount. The other types could be fun if you're a big treasure hunter. There's plenty of varieties that are going to make otherwise 25-cent coins worth a good bit more. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like the video, comment, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and some other social media platforms. You can also go to my main channel website, treasuretownYT.com, to learn more about the channel and sort of stay in contact. I also will eventually host all of these videos on coinsmetalscards.com, which will be both news, marketplace, and coin information. I do have the goal of eventually getting pretty much every US coin, date, mint mark, denomination on the channel with a similar video to the one that you just watched, and that will likely all be hosted there. And then I also have treasuretowncoins.com, which is sort of my coin dealing wing, coin dealing only entity that is a little bit less focused on content production. So thank you so much, and I'll look forward to seeing you on some of my other videos. I also have videos that are not just the date, mint mark, denomination recap in this format, so you can check some of those out, and I'll have fun seeing you there.